in the midst of a major snowstorm here, so I'm going to try and talk fast so that I can go dig out my car and get home. It's it's like a winter storm warning out there, but hey, give me points for being dedicated. There you go. There you go. And mostly because I had stuff to be able to tell you and to share with you. And as much as at one point I thought about hauling everything back to my house, it just became a big no once I started to think about, oh, I need to take the stands for both of the cameras. Oh, and I need to take the big light. And then I need to pack all this stuff up, and cleaning off the car to come here and then cleaning off the car to leave seemed like the lesser of two evils. So there we go. There we go. We're going to do a quick half hour and get out of here and go get a hot drink. So first things first. Tomorrow is the IOD, the Iron Orchid Designs spring launch. So whomever your retailer is, they are excited to be able to help you with 17 new products. It's a big one. So there are, I think there's 5 molds. There are, one gilded transfer, 4 other transfers, 2 inlays, and then however many more add up to 17, that many stamps. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 stamps as well. Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. And I think that there's lots to keep you happily crafting. So here in the Toronto area, I'm not in Toronto, but I'm in the Toronto area. I'm adjacent to. Anyway, we'll be turning those products on at 1 p.m. And that's when the sisters will go do their video launch of all of the new products. I have blank spaces on the walls and the boards for me as soon as I turn on the products, and I have to do them one at a time. So that 17 I have to turn on. I can start doing that at 1. So I would say by 1:10 they'll all be live on the website, and then I'll go and hang them up on the wall. So they will all be there, available shortly thereafter. Now, the downside is that tomorrow is my early day here in the shop. So technically I'm here from 10 till 2. I unfortunately had an appointment that I couldn't reschedule, already booked for 3 p.m. that day, long before the sisters decided that would be launch day. And doesn't it just figure? I almost never have appointments. So this is the one day I can't stay really, really late. I can hang out till 2:30, and I will. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't make it much before 2, before Cindy's closing, know that I'll be closing about 2:30-ish. I can push the ish a little bit, but I need to be where I need to be for 3 p.m. So that's my only downside. But of course, I will be here Friday and Saturday. And here we have family day on Monday, but I'll be open regular hours because my family's all grown. I don't need to be home on my own saying it's a family day. I gotta do videos. I gotta work. So I'll be with my mom Monday morning, and then I'll be here at the shop. So lots of time for you to be able to check out all of the goodies. The only things that are limited edition on this particular launch, as always, are the inlays. So I have what I have, and then they're done. They're gone. There's one that I think, one of the inlays I ordered a little bit more of than usual, just because it's very spring appropriate. I think that there's a lot of small projects that you'd be able to use that inlay on. So if you haven't tried inlays before, this might be the one. I can't tell you anything more. I kept my mouth shut all this time. I can't blow it with less than 12 hours to go. That just wouldn't be right. So keep an eye out for all that happening tomorrow at 1 p.m. So I do have all my product in. I got shorted one item that I ordered, which was my air dried clay. So sorry, it was supposed to be here. They thought they put it in the boxes. They didn't. It's on its way, but I likely won't have it until Monday or Tuesday. So for anybody buying new molds and really wanted clay, I'm a little delayed, but bless their hearts, they were packing up like 100 orders or more. So, stuff happens. It's on its way though, so it's all good. Videos this week. Monday's video was really about remaking this old washstand harp. And as much as I did kind of a nice spring, kind of Eastery sort of look to this wreath, I just tied it on so that you've got lots of flexibility to be able to shift that, just trade it out. And I think that's a really cute decor piece to be able to trade up. Now, I didn't get around to, I forgot to list it in today's listing. So if you are interested, reach out to me. I can let you know how much it will be, and I will try and make it happen in the next couple of days. There's a lot going on, but I just totally forgot. Today's video was a scrap wood project. So sometimes I don't have ideas. 3 ideas a week is a lot to come up with sometimes. And so there's times where I just feel sort of creatively dead. Like I'm just going, I don't have ideas. I can't think of ideas. I can't even get my head around coming up with ideas. In which case, times like that, I like to grab a scrap item. This time I grabbed a little tiny piece of scrap wood in one of my bins in the back. And I said, okay, you have to make something out of this, something with materials that you have. And I like doing that. When you think that you're kind of hitting a dead end, grab a scrap something. It could be a tin can or a jar off your counter. It could be a big piece of paper, or maybe an old book off the shelf, or piece of scrap wood, something, and tell yourself, okay, I have to come up with and make some kind of a craft project out of this item. And just that challenge to yourself sometimes gets you then kind of getting rid of that creative block. You start to be able to just gives you some focus where you might not have had any otherwise. Hey, Tony, nice to see you too. Thanks for tuning in. I'm assuming y'all are home and warm and cozy and nice hot drink at hand. And I'm just, 40 minutes away, 40 minutes away from that. So check that out. Friday's video I'm not going to mention because I may switch it out. I've been working today on an item from the new release. So if I get that video finished tomorrow, then I will have that ready for you on Friday. So I don't get a lot of lead time. There are a lot of other creators that get their stuff way ahead and they're able to come up with tons of projects. I'm just not one of them. So I just happened to get them in time that I was able to squeeze out one little project today, and it's drying. So if it all finishes up, then I'll have that ready for you Friday, and I'll flip out what I had planned for Friday. So away it goes. So let's jump into the new stuff. Some really cool items tonight, actually. My sister has been, she's been off doing stuff all over the place, and she's been finding me some cool things. So, yay, go Carrie. We like it when she does that. So let me get the big guy out of the way first. So this is the lid lifts here. Now that I did that, I'll never get the bottles back in. So you're able to release the bottles, you clean the bottles if you want. This is just a really cute kind of decor piece where you could use this as vases. You could fill it with, Valentine's Day is coming up this Friday. So, it could be filled with like cinnamon hearts and all kinds of little Valentine's candies. And you're able to, open it up, take it out, dump it in your hand. But, I think of it as a for vase. It's not light, so if you're looking to have it shipped, no, it's going to cost something. It's not going to be an under $12 shipping, but it is $16 in the shop. So starting good price to start with. So if you are having it shipped, then at least you've got room to play with some of the shipping amount. That's how I look at it. Next up is this really nice pedestal little platter, cake plate, if you will, with the butterflies on top for $14. And it's got kind of this light gray blue rim and the same colored little speckles throughout the glazing on that one. Next up is this round leaf trivet. So heavy metal cast iron with a gloss finish for this one, $9. And I just had somebody asking me about one of these the other day. And I said, I have never had one in the shop. And then I got one. So this is $16, and this is what's called a tumble up. So you have the tumbler, which is your glass, that is also the lid to the jar. Typically tumble ups were found even back in Victorian days as little water pitchers beside the bed. So that you had your water, you had the lid keeping it fresh, you had your glass with it, and all in kind of one unique piece. So first tumble up that I've had at the shop, $16 for that. Just a nice, clean, clear glass look. This is a, oh, geez. Large cowbell in kind of a copper colored. So it is like a coated, not an actual copper. It's got the very heavy, that's bringing the cows home. This baby is $9 and just a fun piece, but it's got some noise to it, and it's got some heft to it. It's quite substantial. It's quite solid. I just love this little bright yellow color. So this is $9 for this little, now, you know, a honey pot, given that it's got the honey spoon with it, but lovely jam jar, you know, preserve jar, that sort of thing, in a bright sunshine yellow. Now, these I love. So these ones, and I've got a note here so that I can remember certain things. I have a set of 3 of these little pink depression glass dessert cups, sherbet cups. They've got the built-in saucer on the base. So perfect for like a little biscotti or little cookie or wafer to go with it. These are from the 1930s. And when I looked them up online, they were $60 for 3, so $20 a glass. I have 3 of them for $13. Just putting them over there safely, just to keep them a little safe there. Okay, I have these little country stoneware crocks. So each one has, like this one says parsley, and you know, one says rosemary. So I have 4 with lids and 2 little crocks without lids. I'm selling them each individually. I think they're $2 each. And I didn't bother to create a separate listing, so the ones without lids are the same price. They're still good for $2. But I think that these are super sweet. And I think, yeah, okay, they say the name of a particular spice on them, but I think that you could use them as little salt cellars. You could use them as, you know, little tea lights if you wanted to, and then have the lid to be able to snuff it out. You could do just about anything with those, and they're just really super cute. So there's 4 with lids, 2 without lids, and just nice little assortment, $2 each for those guys. Now, I will say every time that I get these little vintage Frigies in, they sell right away. This one is just a nice clean glass look with the ridged top and bottom. So Frigies were food storage containers, right? So long before people were using Tupperware and things. Could it be a big butter dish? Yes, absolutely. But they were also used for just storing leftovers, period, right? So this glass one is $12. The less common are these Arcopal. Arcopal? I don't know how you say that. Arcopal. Okay, I'm saying it that way. And this is the Fruit de something pattern. Fruit de, something de fruit, something like that. Anyway, these are from France. In the milk glass, these guys sell on Etsy right now for $49 each. They are in great shape. I have 2 of these, and they are $14 each for the Arcopal ones. $12 for the clear one, $14 for the Arcopal. Awesome deal either way. I have 2. I just kind of attached them together right now with a piece just so we don't lose them. I'm selling the pair of them together. They are cast iron kind of fleur-de-lis hooks, and $8 for the pair of those guys. And because I keep bumping my elbow into it, I have this hefty rolling pin. Now it's got the silicone handles on it, and this is a Drew Barrymore design, and it also has the silicone rings. So this particular ring is a depth. So let me just put it back on. So you can take them off so that you can use it without the rings, obviously, but you can use the rings. This is kind of a depth for cookies, like if you're going to be cutting your cookies, so then you can roll your pastry out and it's nice and level so that all your cookies are the same thickness. You're not going to have some that are thin and get super brown and some that are thicker and get underdone. Oh, Betty Ann, thank you, Bryn. Happy Valentine's to you too, honey. So just giving Valentine's wishes. Bonus. So anyway, that's what the silicone rings are for, is in particular, it's a little too thick for pastry, but it's the perfect depth. This one for cookies. So this hefty guy is $15 for that rolling pin. Now, I do have an official butter dish, which is this cute, stinking cute whale. So lovely light blue color. I love how it's got the scalloped edges that are reminiscent of waves, and it's got some swirls along there, and just a really cute little design of a whale. So he's $9.50, and this is from Creative Co-op, which just does a lot of really cute little pieces, period. Okay, this is an Ojig mug. Now, she is an Ojibwe artist, probably one of the best known in Canada, and her originals go for a very tidy sum, and just even her numbered prints. I do have one of her numbered prints in the shop itself. This one is the Powwow Dancer. And so it's done by, so this is all Canadian. It's got the Canadian seal on the bottom. So it's by Escardo, but it is $8. So if you love some of the Ojibwe art, if you love Ojig, then this is a nice little piece to be able to drink your tea, your coffee out of for $8. Sells typically for $30. So good deal all around, and lovely and colorful with a lot of her the native colors and looks that she does. This is a little Steel Light caramel speckled bowl. Now, Steel Light is from England, so it's an England company. They do a lot of hospitality ware and are super collectible. I love this little offset bowl. Look at this side going up higher, and it's got the bigger lip to it. It's almost like an old-fashioned bathtub, except it's round. But I like that. So this guy, so I have it for $7 in the shop. I did find it online for 26. So that's what I mean when I say collectible. Like there's people that definitely would be paying $26 for this because they're just special. And once they're out of, I was going to say out of print, once they're no longer manufactured, you're not really printable. Once they're no longer manufactured, then they become a little bit more rare. And this one is a discontinued pattern, but regardless. I have a big copper bell. I have 2 bells tonight. So this guy is $9.50. Sorry, I said copper. Is it copper? Brass. I think I called it brass. It is from India. So brass, I think, for this. So big brass bell, $9.50. I did not paint the handle. So I'm not enamored of this color of wood, but I left it. I did tidy this up because it was quite mottled, but it cleaned up beautifully and easily. Just because I think that I left it for the buyer, that if you choose to, you could paint this out any color that's going to match the decor. But just a nice, big, beautiful standard bell. I have this old turned what, Cindy? A muddler. I couldn't think of that word. So wooden muddler, nice ball handle on it, rounded end for really being able to mush and muddle your stuff together, for $9 for this guy. And I have a set of 4 of these adorable little hydrangea plates. Now these are Saperna Ramal Nueve from the Philippines. And these guys, so I have a set of 4 of these little plates. And these guys sold for $25 for 3 of them. I have a set of 4 for $12. So either way, better deal. Just super, super cute. And this is all hand painted, the little hydrangeas in there. I have this thing about like little bowls and little plates, and I love using them for, like this is just a lovely size for putting different the small cheeses that I can't worsen cheeses on, or you've got just small little dipping, your oil and your vinegar to dip your bread for bread dipper plates. I mean, it's just a very practical. I use things like that all the time. I don't know if you do, but they're cute. This guy, so handcrafted pottery plate, just a nice little oblong. Sorry, not oblong. It's rectangular. It has sharp edges. I love the striping on this though. So super cute for $8. I got a drop of resin on that. Okay. Next up, I have a set of 4 of these mugs. Now they are handmade. Each of them is individually signed by the potter. I love that finish. I love that it's kind of this swipe of that toffee caramel over that deep burgundy color, that it's kind of this matte finish. They're not super glossy. So it's a set of handmade, handcrafted pottery mugs for $16. And all four are slightly individual with the glazing finish, but they are obviously, all work together in the deep burgundy interior. Last up, I'm moving along. See, when you're motivated, when it's snowy out there, you're going, I don't want to go out in the cold again. Thank goodness there's no bed in here. Otherwise, I might just camp out for the evening. Last up is this. Now, this is from American Retro. So it is not an old or vintage, but it's styled over an old and vintage. And it is in perfect condition. And you just got to love those tomatoes. So this tomato picture, which I think is just stinking cute. It's $22 and goes for, I do have one other thing I forgot to show. Goes for substantially more, but it is just adorable. I love that. All right, last up, I have these. Now, these are Avon Royal Sapphire Cobalt Glass luncheon plates or dessert plates and bowls. And they're in the leaf and diamond pattern. These are from the 1970s to 80s is when they were made. So definitely old, definitely vintage, likely made by Arcarac in France is everybody's best guess on these ones. The bowls typically sell per bowl anywhere from $13 to $28 each. I am selling a set of 4 of them for $16, and I have 3 sets. So meaning, rather than selling a set of 12, I'm selling a set of 4. You can buy 4, you can buy 8, you can buy 12, depending how many I have still whenever you go to buy. But a set of 4 is $16, which certainly beats the $13 to $28 per bowl. And then I'm doing the same for the plates. I have a set of 4 plates. I have 3 sets of them. I'm selling the set of 4 for $16. But on Etsy right now, they've got a set of 4 of these plates for $80. So they typically sell $20 a plate. So again, I have 3 sets of each. So you could, if you're first up, you could buy anywhere from 4 to 12 of them, depending upon your need. But I think it's a lot of people would like to buy in 4s of things. Yes, absolutely. So everything will be live as soon as I can, shortly after 1, and then I'll be loading everything up onto the walls. And my only thing is that I can't hang around here for like till 4, which I normally am on Thursdays, but I have an appointment at 3, but I can kind of push my timing because I live close enough. So that's the big news, the IOD release. Check out the videos this week. Every view helps me out tremendously. I appreciate it. Like, share, thumbs up, whatever you have to do on videos. That also helps. Costs you nothing, but it helps me out and helps the channel be able to grow and ultimately pay for rent. Oh, you're excited too to see the release. I know. I can't tell you anything, but there's a lot to see. There's a lot of them. So I think that I never think that everybody is going to love everything in a release. I don't think that that's realistic, that all 17 things you have to have, which is probably a good thing for your pocketbook. But I do think, going into spring, that there's a number of them that most people are going to gravitate to 1 or 2 things for sure, and look to add that to their stash for some of their project making. So 1 more sleep, guys, 1 more sleep. Then we get to see items tomorrow, and I will definitely be getting them live, pulling them out of their boxes. I've already got them priced, and I just have to put them out of the boxes and up on the walls. And I've already emptied the walls to make space, so it'll be there when you get here. Looking forward to seeing you guys. Hope that you're excited about the release, and hope you find some good stuff. Hope that you there was some cool stuff tonight. Well, for me anyway, things that I would like to steal from me. I always let you guys steal them first. Take care. Thanks as always for tuning in. If you are not home, drive safely. If you got the big storm, I hope you get home okay. I hope I get home okay. I'm looking forward to getting home, taking my big boots off, curling up with a little blanket, reading my book, and having a tea. That's my evening plans. So I'm here on my own tonight, so I have to shut you off. Weird. I'm signing off, but I got to climb across the table now. Thanks, guys. See you next week. Take care. Oh, I can't reach. There we go.